Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to GameReplays.org Heroes of New Earth cast. Today we have an MSI versus Empr Scrim. It was picked up on our replay system at HoNReplays.org, and I tonight am the Four Court Jester. Joining me tonight is our special guest, Nike. How are you doing tonight, Nike?
I'm doing pretty awesome. Pretty excited to watch this team play. Empire actually got pawned by them recently, so I'm excited to play. If any of you guys are wondering about my accent, it's Trinidadian from the Caribbean. So I hope all you guys have an easy time understanding me. So that's it. I'm gonna jump right into bands. We have the usual engineer band, Dr. Repulsor, Witch Slayer, Jester. We don't see him banned a lot. I know people run that a lot in Trillians. And then we have the Balfogo ban on Devourer, Andrew first pick. Soul Stealer coming out for Empire Gaming. I know freaking Scandal does freaking Epic Soul Stealer.
Well, Violation there is also the legendary Faye V, and he definitely does really nice solo mid. I'm a little surprised they banned Balfagor out of this game. That's an interesting ban to me, since I don't really know any of the players here known for a Balfagor other than Fuji Apples, who's obviously not here, as he just did a really great game against MSI, winning our Game Replays Tournament 2 out of it. And Devourer ban is also very fun, because he's really come up in those picks these days with the new patch changes to him. Well, I guess they're not that new anymore. They're about a month old. Have you played Devourer since he came out again?
Yeah, I played him. He's pretty good. He's definitely ban-worthy. He's horrible to have to. It's a hero in a team fight where if you don't focus him, he does a lot of damage, and if you do focus him, you're still gonna have problems because he's pretty tanky. So I tend to ban him a lot as well.
There's nothing worse than really just playing up against a great Devourer or Belphegor. And yeah, I guess these guys don't want to play that either, so can't really blame them.
Guess not. About the Balfour though, I'm seeing him banned a lot recently. A lot of teams, I don't think I've seen a direct counter to him yet. I want to see Balfour picked and a Balfour get actually owned. I can see what works against him, so I can allow teams to pick him, but we'll have to see.
Indeed. Alright, so to complement the MSI team with that Andromeda, we've picked up a Thunderbringer and a Behemoth. Thunderbringer is really well known for demolishing tri-lanes, simply because of his massive area of effect spells between both his Chain Lightning and his Lightning Rod. Of course, Blast Lightning is a great nuke by itself. And of course, that Behemoth is really actually coming back into the competitive scene. We really saw a lot of him in the beta up to the retail and then the first few tournaments. After that, he kind of just dropped off the face of the earth, but with the changes with the new Striders and the new Blood Chalice, he's definitely coming back with a vengeance. It's always great to see a Behemoth back into these pro games.
Yeah, Behemoth is actually one of my favorite heroes. I love them in Dota, love them pre-beta. That Blood Chalice is huge, a huge buff for him. Normally they stopped running him simply because he couldn't get his PK farm. Even against Trillians now, it's really hard to get him his really important portal key. So I guess that's why here we have a Wild Soul pick. Wow, I did not express that. And Fresh Bro readying up. He's pretty brave with that Wild Soul pick.
Yeah, Wild Soul's not somebody that we really see a lot of either. He's well known for jungling throughout the entire game, and then coming in later on, with a great big stacked bear. And that bear can really put a lot of damage out into that late game. So MSI is really confident about this lineup, as they're almost all ready to go. So we'll have to see how Freshbow does with that. And to counter that last pick, we had picked up a Forsaken Archer and a Pebbles for Team Empire. Empire likes to really play Pebbles, goes right to Violation. So Favy going to be playing that Pebbles. I expect a good deal amount out of him. And look at that, Scandal with that Soul Steer. I do believe you did call that one earlier on.
Yes, I did call that. Phoebe is an excellent ganker too. I'm excited to see his Pebbles for sure. Wild Soul. The thing about Wild Soul is he's actually two heroes. So you really don't wanna. You're gonna lose if Wild Soul has the same time to farm as SS. I think especially scaling down to late game, while Soul outfarms SS, the reason is when they scale down, you don't farm that fast. And here we have a pause coming out. It's not competitive unless you have a pause.
God, I love that saying. Alright, but so with Empire here, they also basically have their lineup set up. We do have an Emphora in this game. I do believe this game was played this patch, which means that Emphora changes have gone through. So her stun a little bit tweaked. Her what is it? Not the Zeo. The Grace of the Nymph also now gives movement speed over time. So that can really gel well with either the Soulsteer or the Pebbles, since both of them really need their mana to just keep spamming their damage output.
Yeah, that's for sure. I think Hellborn is gonna have a hard time dealing with their Soul Stealer simply because they have a lot of soft heroes. Zeus is pretty soft, Andromeda is pretty soft, FA is pretty soft as well. I think even CC wise, crowd control wise, Legion has the advantage. But I'm not gonna put anything over MSI. Pull a win out with a strange lineup.
Well, it's also very refreshing to see a strange lineup. They've kind of been stuck in a very competitive mold at this point with their IOX members, No Tail and Bot coming onto the team. They've really kind of just stuck with the one Panda tri-lane strategy. So it's really kind of nice to see them not go that kind of build this round. I still suspect they're going to be trying a tri-lane with the Behemoth, the Andromeda, and probably the Forsaken Archer. I mean, we've seen that tri-lane work very well for Clan UNZ, played by Captain Revy, and this Thunderbringer mid is actually not such a bad idea against a Soulsteer, because Soulsteer very early on is also a very squishy hero, and as I said with the Thunderbringer, he's kind of well known for either A, his nuke, and B, his just area of effect damage. He can really pull down a lot of damage onto a Soul Stealer really quickly. I mean, Soul Stealer is sitting here at 435 hit points right off the bat. I mean, that's a few lightning bolts away from a death.
Yeah, I suspect we're gonna have the Soul Stealer. If he has the Soul against Thunderbringer, he'll probably start doing Bottle Fairies. That's pretty good against Thunderbringer, you know, keeping your HP and mana up. In regards to the laning phase, I'm unsure on what MSI's plan is going to be because they could do the tri lane like you were saying, and that leaves Wild Soul to probably solo a lane. And I'm not sure how Wild Soul is a pretty gankable hero. He has no like escapes or stuns or anything. Not really activatable. Um I doubt they'll wanna do tri lane Wild Soul in the jungle and you just abandon their tri lane. I've seen that before where they just send a hero straight to the jungle. We've seen that before with Slither and Bubbles and heroes like that.
Yeah, that is a good point. That Wild Soul is more known for that jungling more than his laning, but I don't. How would they really split this? I mean, we got Thunderbringer going mid. That would leave a Forsaken Archer to take the other lane. I suppose that would put Behemoth and Andromeda together while Wild Soul goes jungling, just as a theory. And that, I don't know, a Andromeda Behemoth lane just does not seem very powerful to me at all.
I think that song's better, actually. I think I think they don't necessarily have to kill them, but if they can live and just farm Behemoth's portal key, it'll make sense with a Wild Soul in the jungle, and probably occasional ganks from Wild Soul, and he'll have the double stun in lane combo to help him, you know, gank. So that is possible. I do like the sound of that.
Alright, well, we'll have to see what they go. Hopefully we're ready to go. I mean, this pause is kind of dragging on and on a little bit now. Now, we do have two choices for the mid here on Legion. We got Pebbles and Soulsteer. I just assume at this point Soulsteer will be going mid because I don't think I've ever really seen him go laning. But that would put Pebbles in the other solo mid with a tri-lane of Pharaoh, Nymph, and Glacius. That's kind of my theory going forward here.
Yeah, I can see that too. They could put Source a little bit, but honestly, I'd prefer to see him in a side lane this game in specific. Simply because I do think he'll get a better AFK farm. I don't think MSI with a Wild Soul is going to be ganking much early game, so you can afford to put SS in a side lane.
Well, we're not putting anyone in the side lane here. We got 4 Legion going up top to meet that Fresh Pro Bear. Bearjulon. I thought it used to be called Ursulon, but now they're going to see this 4-player gank coming through, and really it's going to stay well away of that.
Yeah, yeah. I think it was called Boo Boo for a while. Go, hey, Boo Boo, and you kill the bear.
Yogi impressions.
A little friendly chat coming out here. Yeah, old school. That bear can be so annoying for scouting. Like that. I know a lot of people have been having problems with Tundra, and here we have attempt on Ferferin is in a pretty bad position here. He's stuck in the wall, and somehow he walks down the cliff. Is that a bug? What do you think about that?
Well, the cliff walking is simply because they couldn't really find a spot to put him. And yeah, it's kind of really annoying, but I mean, that's just S2's programming at this point. I don't know, are they really actually going to catch this Pharaoh? I really can't imagine ever since that team walk. Oh, that cliff walk is so annoying. But it does happen in the worst times.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It's pretty unpredictable. So it looks like he's slowing down here against the Trilliant Behemoth to the side here. What is Behemoth planning? He's standing behind. I think he might try to do Mr. Pharaoh out of a kill here. Pharaoh coming up and walling, draining that mana. That's really important.
Yeah, the mana drain from Pharaoh
Behemoth is now rendered
definitely
useless.
what he has to be doing. It's the only way really to survive solo against this Trilane, which is exactly what MSI has done. They've thrown him solo. Sorry, not MSI, Empire.
Yeah, they've gone solo. Yeah, exactly. Pharaoh is pretty good against Trilans, especially since he has that tower support. And it's pretty hard to gank him behind his mummies, and then he gets a crazy farm with rockets. And then the other crazy part that a lot of teams forget to do actually is that when you have a Pharaoh soloing against one Trilane and you send rockets to the other Trilane, we have a bloodlust kill by none other than Fresh Bro up there with Wild Soul. I was missing that. I was talking about Pharaoh. What, did you catch that?
Yeah, they chased him right back through the tower, and Fresh Pro basically just got out by the skin of his teeth using a health potion to survive the last auto attack from Glacius, and then he basically ran away from the tower simply because the tower is beating on Glacius, using Bearjulon as a meat shield, keeping that Glacius in range, is able to pick it up simply because Glacius couldn't regen. So there you go, Fresh Pro being, well, pro.
Oh, wow, they must Legion must be kicking themselves in the butt, you know. But then again, it's really like I was saying, it's really like two heroes. It's really two units you have to play against, and another kill going on mid. No tail picking up a kill on Scannel. No surprise there. Thunderbringer, Behemoth. There's nothing Soul Stealer can do just to get nuked down.
Just a great example of a behemoth wall fisher there, just racking up those kills. This is really what you want to be doing with behemoth. Roam it and cut off the escape, and then just go 2v1 balls to the walls and pick up those kills. It's really great to see behemoth back in action.
Behemoth, it's so good because the thing about it is just about no matter what level you are on, that stun, that block, it's gonna stay there for about 7 to 8 seconds, I believe. There's no getting around that.
8 seconds, yeah. 8 seconds at level 1. I do believe that does not change. You know, it does not matter how powerful it is. The only difference, I believe, is just the damage quotient if you can manage to hit them rather than just wall them off. But yeah, I mean, this is one of the reasons why Behemoth's coming back in. He's so useful at any level, just like any kind of Andromeda as well. I mean, as long as you got your Rocket and your Aurora, I mean, you're good to go. And this is where Striders really can come into effect and really change the course of how these support heroes are able to support their carries.
Yeah, exactly, and your range doesn't change either. And then even late game, the hero scales so well. His ultimate can... There's just no getting around his ultimate. He just presses R and half your team loses half the HP. It's a pretty good ult. I noticed a recent change to him in Dota actually. He does get the Staffy Masters effect now in Dota. That's pretty cool. I'd like to see that added to HoN, if possible.
Well, what does the Staff of the Master effect actually entail?
Oh, the Agahim Scepter. We have another kill going on top. What I was gonna say is the Agahim Scepter effect in Dota, it basically gives in a kind of double ulti where he gets twice the shockwaves.
Sounds really overpowered.
So, pretty cool. Scandal making out by Maria